Mitch! Mitchell! We need to talk about
Leave me alone! Don't you leave this room. Get back down here.
You know what, Mom? You can shut up.
Don't you ever talk to your mom like that! Mitch! I'm talking now!
I hate you. I hate you all.
In July of 2002, my husband and I purchased a wonderful old building on 20 acres of beautiful Missouri farm ground, located in Kidder, approximately 45 miles north of Kansas City. TLC was open to help reunite families by putting parents back in charge. Created to provide a structured real-life experience for youth who are struggling with identity and self-worth, to give them a safe environment to teach core values, including self-control, physical fitness, nutritional fitness, and the benefits of financial planning. In these past years, we've watched young men and women, some similar to your son and daughter, change their lives.
For the next few minutes, we'll take a tour of the Thayer Learning Center. As we walk through each of the 4 stages of the Thayer Learning Center's program, we will take time to talk with some parents like yourselves who know what you're experiencing. We'll also talk with some of the faculty, staff, and students here at TLC. We'd like you to picture your son or daughter following in the footsteps of these students, making serious changes in their lives. Your son or daughter will begin their stay here in the disciplinary phase that we call boot camp. This basic training stage of your student's experience is probably the most important of all. They will not be pleased to be here and will experience significant changes to what they are used to at home. This stage was developed to reinstate the importance of mastering the simple things of life. This is done through a strict daily schedule. Students will be supervised 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. They will also participate in study periods, listening to positive motivational tapes, including 100 Greatest People and 100 Greatest Books. Students eat 3 well-balanced meals to help them become nutritionally strong. They exercise to help them become physically fit. Students also participate in group discussions and begin their first emotional growth seminar. These seminars are designed to help each student determine his or her belief system. No particular philosophy is taught, but we believe it's important for students to stand for something. This gives them direction and helps them identify a plan for their lives.
Each one of the seminars takes on an aspect of its own. We talk about laws of the family. Why does the parents have the right to tell a child what to do? We talk about laws of society. Why can the police officer arrest you for being out after curfew? Yes, we are a Christian-based program. We make no excuse about talking about a higher power, about teaching kids that there is something greater, there is a creator. We are non-denominational. We talk about a God because there is a God.
Concerns the parents have. Where do I start?
Just not being able to call him and find out what's going on for the first 60 to 120 days.
We limit communication in boot camp to letters because they disrespected their parents. We feel in order to build that relationship and have them appreciate their family, to pull that away.
What we're doing is having them communicate with pen and paper so that they think about what they're saying before they put it down.
We do weekly phone calls with the parents when the cadets are in boot camp, and we let the parents know how they're doing progress-wise.
Well, they were very good. I mean, they told me, they kept me in the loop of what was going on with him.
Just in general, how their child's doing here at TLC.
Yeah, sometimes we get concerns of the discipline.
We simply just don't allow them to break rules.
And they do something wrong, we immediately get in their face.
We never harm the cadets in any way.
Punishment is all through exercise.
Very rarely happens where we have to actually take a kid to the ground and restrain them, but sometimes, every once in a while, I'm not going to lie, that it does happen.
We go push-ups, sit-ups, side straddle hops, which is basically the military terminology for jumping jacks. If we're not tough, they're not trying. If they're not trying, they're not going to get anything done.
We don't carry any weapons or any kind of handcuffs or anything like that.
It's amazing what the physical exercise does to people.
When I first came here, I was thinking that all the exercise was unnecessary.
Obviously, you're here for a reason, and nothing else has worked. So they got it. Something has to work, and I think them getting in your face and yelling at you, that's something's got to work. And them making you do all the exercises that you do, all the physical stuff.
When you're told not to look around, you don't look around. It's all a matter of discipline and self-control.
And that's what's going to get them through boot camp and through the rest of the program, is showing self-control over a consistent period of time.
Concerns about food, when I explained to them our food regimen here, no caffeine, no sugar, no fried foods, everything's pretty nutritional here, and it'll be a nice change for their body.
It's as healthy of a breakfast as you can find. It's whole wheat grains. They steam it and it plumps up, and we put different type of fruit in there, and we got some of the best muffins you'll ever eat in your life.
The food was hard when I first got here, but I think I really like the food.
After you explain to them and tell them about how the food's prepared, etc., then they're pretty happy with it.
I love the wheat, man.
As a family rep, no, I'm not a counselor.
We get a lot of students that have been through counseling their whole life.
If they have a concern of safety for others in their group or feel that I need to know something, they tell me, I listen, and I report to who I need to report to.
I've noticed that, a student will go meet with a counselor, and a day or two later, sure enough, when the meds are getting passed out, they got a nice little cup clear full of candy.
And I remind the cadets all the time, if you have a medical problem, dental problem, let your family rep know. And at that point in time, we'll get in touch with your parents, get a verbal okay on what to do with the situation, and we go from there.
We don't try to figure out why they started doing drugs 5 years ago. We're focusing on, why he's disrespecting his mom. It's not because he was neglected or this or that. That's an excuse that he would try to use his whole life. The fact is, he showed lack of self-control.
They told me they were sending me here. I just decided I was going to have to deal with it, get through it, get back.